morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, we need to take a look at a mystery Pokemon set, which is going to go ahead and be released in September. Now, I have shown you news of this before, but I've not been able to tell you a huge amount. Honestly, up to now, largely what I've been telling you is just, there is a set coming. We know it's coming in October. We've actually got release dates. Now, there are a bunch of products. The vast majority of them are coming out on the 23rd of October. But there is actually a special pin collection, more on that in a moment, that will be releasing on the 2nd of October. So there's going to be a weird 3-week period where the set isn't really out per se, but it is available just in the special pin collection. Now, of course, this is one of those sets like we saw with Hidden Fates, where you're not going to be able to buy booster boxes of them. That is not going to be an option. What you're going to have to do is you are going to have to buy particular products. So like with Hidden Fates, you could buy the Elite Trainer box, you could buy the tins, you could buy the pin collections, there were others, I'm not going down the whole list. And you would get packs of Hidden Fates in those products, but you couldn't just go into a shop and buy a booster box of Hidden Fates. Now, there were some shops where you could go and buy booster packs of Hidden Fates, but what those shops are really doing was opening up the other products and selling the booster packs individually. This is, and when we get these most years in the autumn, or fall as you lovely Americans would say, we get a special set which is not one of our 4 main sets. Remember, our next main set is Darkness Ablaze, which is going to be our August set. There is going to be a November set. We've had no news on the November set, what it's called, etc. This is another set. So when I say Pokemon rotate out 4 sets a year, and I talk about main sets, this will not be one of those. But what we've had, and I need to give a gigantic shout out here to the lovely Primal Lugia over at PokeGuardian.com, who we all know one of our favourites here, makes my job a lot easier, lovely dude. And we're not just talking in terms of, hey, they've shared these images, etc., that makes my life easier. You guys don't see the multitude of messages we flick back and forth on a regular basis, which again is just as helpful. But we finally have some actual factual information about this set. We have binders. And sometimes binders are like, oh yeah, no, that's cool. This time, these binders give us lots of information. I mean, if we look at the larger binder here, this being the 9-pocket binder, I believe this is a 9-pocket one anyway, we can see that we've got Gardevoir VMAX on the back, and Dreadnought VMAX on the front. And if we look at the smaller 4-page binder, we can see that you've got Alchemy VMAX on the front and Obstagoon on the back. Now, the lovely Primal Lugia did note that the lovely Mr. Stolas, that is the lovely chap with whom I collaborated on my top 10 cards in Legendary Beat, and will be for top 10 cards of Japanese sets moving forward, I should add. That is going to be a regular collaboration, and I'm excited about it. So he's pointed out, and I noticed as well, we can tell when they are VMAX cards because they've got those little swirls, those little clouds, so to speak. Obstagoon doesn't. So this might be a new Obstagoon card, or it might be the one we've seen before. But what this basically does is it tells us that Alchemy VMAX, Gardevoir VMAX, and Dreadnought VMAX have all been taken out of Darkness Ablaze and put into this set. Remember, I told you a little while ago, when we had the official announcement for Darkness Ablaze, I told you the numbers didn't add up. I told you that the number of Pokemon Vs and VMAXs that we were told were going to be in the set did not match the number of Vs and VMAXs that we should be having, given the releases that we'd already seen over in the US. Well, this is essentially what they're doing. Some of the cards have been held back from Darkness Ablaze, and you're talking about a 3-month gap from August the 14th till October the 2nd/23rd. And they've held back these free VMAX combos so that they can essentially have them in this set. Now remember, we also had those 9 V decks over in Japan, many of which are not in the set proper. Now we know that a couple of them are. We have been told that Mew V is going to be in Darkness Ablaze, and we have been told that Galarian Slowbro is going to be in the set. So we know that they're going to be in Darkness Ablaze. The likelihood is that the majority of them are finding their way over into this set. That is not confirmed, let's be clear, but it is likely that the majority of them are finding their way out into this special set, which, remember, as of the moment, doesn't actually have a name. It is worth pointing out that, as far as I'm concerned and aware, and I really do follow these Japanese lists very, very closely. As far as I am aware, we've basically got 2 of these Pokemon Vs that are more exciting than the others. Now, the one that's actually been seeing quite a lot of play over in Japan is Lucario V. Lucario V has been seeing quite a lot of play in Colossal VMAX decks. It's been popping up as a one-off, and we expect Colossal VMAX to be one of the very best decks moving forward. The main hook of Lucario V is 1 energy, 40 to the active, 20 to the bench. It's really good as an early game option or for hitting the bench. The other one, which I think is really exciting in terms of Pokemon Vs that are likely to be delayed into this set, is Wailord V, because it's got gigantic HP, but it's also got an attack which attaches free water energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon, gets it rolling, and an attack for 4 energy that flips 3 coins and does 120 for each heads. That could actually genuinely be good. Again, there's no word on whether this will actually be in the set, but it's overwhelmingly likely that it will. The confirmation we do have is these 3 VMAX combos, so we might as well take a very quick look at them, and I've done videos on all of these, I'll link them in the description. Gardevoir V has a nice attack for free energy that does 120, and if it healed this turn, it actually does 200. And then Gardevoir V Max for free energy does 180 and heals 50. And I've already shown you on this channel a Gardevoir V Max deck, which has actually been doing well and winning. Yes, I know it's weak to Zacian, but that is not the hurdle that some people think it is. It is not insurmountable. So that's what I'm kind of excited about. Dreadnought V Max, I'll be perfectly honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, I am less excited about Dreadnought V Max. You see, Dreadnought, both the V and the V Max, have an ability that reduces damage done to it by 30. And then the V has got an attack which just does free energy, 130, stops them retreating. And the V Max does 160, or on a coin flip, 240. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's particularly good either. It's fine, I suppose. Now, one that I do find very interesting, I've been talking about these Pokemon being held back, but Alchemy VMAX isn't actually being held back, it's being pushed forward. This was in the Sword and Shield 3A set over in Japan, which means we would expect it to be in our Sword and Shield 4 set, our November set, but it's actually coming out in October instead. Now, Alchemy V Max has got an attack for 2 psychic energy. The less you discard any number of energy, doesn't have to be psychic, from your Pokemon, doing 60 more for each discarded in this way. I've already seen some cheeky decks coming out and around of Japan doing this. So, I don't know. This one could be kind of cool. This is one to keep an eye on. This one could be very, very nice. Though you do need lots of energy acceleration to get it rolling, quite frankly. Now, as for Obstagoon, I mean, maybe it's a new Obstagoon, maybe it's a new Obstagoon V, but there wasn't an Obstagoon V in the V-Dex or in Legendary Beat, etc. over in Japan. So it is very unlikely that it's a new Obstagoon. You see, we do have an Obstagoon. There was an Obstagoon in Infinity Zone, so I would be very surprised if that was not the one that we're getting in this set. It looks like the Obstagoon is probably going to be held back as well. I mean, 2 of the 3 VMAXs are being held back from Japanese sets, although 1 is being pushed forward, so the likelihood that this is an unreleased card is extremely slim. It does actually have a really nice ability that says once during your turn you may have your opponent discard cards from their hand until they've only got 4 remaining. This is a very nice disruptive attack, and this is one that could be a lot of fun. And that really is what we know about the set so far. We know that those cards are coming, and we can guess that the other Vs are coming as well. In terms of products, there are 4 that are being listed that we'll go through very quickly here, but bear in mind we have no images and we have no news about what the promo cards etc. might be, although by now you should know the deal. As soon as that information is made available, I will be there, ladies and gentlemen. I will be there. So, there is a super premium collection which is bringing you 8 booster packs, 2 promo cards, 2 pins, 1 playmat, and a code card. They all have code cards. A premium collection with 5 booster packs, 2 promo cards, an oversized promo card, a collector pin, a poster, and a code card. Bit less premium, but still premium. A V box with 4 booster packs, 1 promo card, an oversized promo, and a code. And a pin collection with 5 booster packs, 2 promo cards, 2 pins, and a code card. We will have more information about this. I mean, it shouldn't be too long till we start hearing about this. We are expecting news on this in the next couple of weeks at the absolute most. And you know that as soon as information is made available and images are out there, etc., I'll be bringing you everything we know and suggesting what we don't. Thank you once again to the lovely Primal Lugia for hooking us up with the information and the images. And as always, I just want to know what you think about this. I want to know how excited you are for this set, so go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.